everyone. That means may all living beings have long life. Sri Lanka. I come from Sri Lanka. My greetings to you all. In 1951, Sri Lanka and Japan forged a friendship that cannot be broken. Our Finance Minister J.R. Jawadira stood for you to make you become the land that you are. We are great friends, and I come with that friendship to you. We are a cradle of nature and culture. My experience that I want to bring to you is something that we all have a problem in the world today. We are in conflict, but we need to repress the situation. Nature can be that solution. The Field Ornithology Group of Sri Lanka was established in 1976 as the social entity of the Trinity of University activity, research, teaching, and social obligation. This is my university, over 100 years old in this building. We function, and we are also part of the BirdLife International. Her Highness Prince Takamado is our chairman, so we are very faithful to her and to this organization. This is with her, and we function together for many years. We also won the award for being the best conservation organization in 1999 as the first organization, and we continue to be that. We have monthly meetings and meetings for kids when the adults come for the main meeting. We do a lot of field outings so that the members and others can have good knowledge of what they are doing. A member in the Field Ornithology Group of Sri Lanka is a conservationist for life. So our membership is over 30,000. Our livelihood of the organization is based on our publications. We were the first to break through from the English to the vernacular, the languages that the people speak in my country, Sinhala and Tamil. We also have done workshops for the non-science people of biology and relatedness. We do for technical engineers to make them inspiring so that they can see nature and give innovations. For 29 years, we have done this in a forest called Singharaja, which I will talk to you later. Our workshops for graduates and school children is also done in this very famous bird cage forest. We also have a program with the hospitality industry, that is the tourism. We want them to be green, we want them to be conservation conscious, and we want them to help everybody in this world of science. We also help a lot of research work which allow us to therefore enable students to do better in their future. We are the key organization in the National Bird Bringing Program, bringing migrant birds and resident birds to know where they are going and how long they live and so on. We have sponsored a program on loris conservation, a primate that lives in the night. We had only 2 species when we started 4 years ago. Today we are going to have almost 9 species. We also work with some species that are flying into Sri Lanka from far away. This is from Kashmir. It's a critically endangered bird, and we want to know where it spends in my country so that we can help it in Kashmir. We also work on the mixed species feeding flocks. That is my personal research area, which I will speak to you subsequently. We also promote the Migrant Watch Asia, BirdLife Asia. Together we promote this program, and we have just started it for this year. My work initiated in Singharaja with this tragic event. In the 1960s, 68 maybe, we decided to log the last remaining rainforest in Sri Lanka. This was a huge problem. We all stood up against it and managed to protect it after many years. But they still logged it between 1972 and 1977. The logging was stopped in 1978. But we had to go back to the forest and find information so that we can ensure that politics will not change the decisions that was taken. We did the research, and there we found for the first time the presence of what I call the mixed species feeding flocks. Ever since, I have been working with them for 30 years. Today, I hold the largest database on mixed species feeding flocks in the world. I will give you a little glimpse of that and come on to our work. It resulted in Singharaja being declared the first National World Heritage Reserve 1989. This is where Singaraja is, where the arrow is. About 22,000 hectares, a small reach of forest with many different vegetations. In this is this very famous mixed species breeding flock. I'm going to take you into the forest. The forest is not just trees. We all go and see the forest, but let's see whether you can hear the forest. Yeah, a little few birds here and there, that is all. But then suddenly everything goes haywire. It breaks up. All these sounds, just maybe 5 minutes. You have 19 species of birds to identify, over 42 individuals to recognize, if you can. And then you're back to the silence or the sound of the forest. You must take your children to the forest and let them listen to the forest. Not just feel the forest, but listen to the forest. In these flocks are nuclear species, which are the main ones. These species, more than 25, 30 sometimes in one flock. Then you have the one that looks after the flock. That is the sentry bird, the protector, a drongo. The two of them make the flock, keep the flock, and take the flock. Then we have a lot of others who are regular species. Colorful Malabar trogon, the yellow-browed bulbul. Up in the canopy is the black-tailed flycatcher. And then my symbol, my organization symbol, the red-faced malkoha. It doesn't call, it's a silent bird. What you hear is the crackle of the beak. Then the most noisiest of them all, the yellow-fronted barbet. These are all endemics, found only in Sri Lanka. The scarlet weaver, again, right at the top of the canopy. Then on the ground, you have another endemic bird, the ashy-headed laughing thrush or the babbler. A small group, again, dark-fronted babblers. A beautiful bird, skimmited babbler. And then there's a woodpecker following all of these flocks. Right at the top again is a minute, the scarlet, the white-faced starling, chipping away. And then in small groups, it's the white-eye going through the forest with the other members. And any side, up the tree, down the tree, upside down, this is the nuthatch. And of course, very silent, very rarely will you hear it, but here you hear it today, is the black-capped bulbul. And all the members of the flock is generally insectivorous. But we have some here which are vegetarian. The flowerpecker is the smallest bird in Sri Lanka. And then we have the next one, which is also an endemic flowerpecker of Sri Lanka. Then the black bulbul. And the only migrant, two faces, white and brown. The white one is the migrant, the brown one is the resident. Right. Along with these birds, sometimes we have the beauty of the forest. She is the lady of the forest, beautiful as you can see, the Sri Lanka blue magpie. And sometimes you have in the ground the spotted thrush. All of them are together. We have a problem when we are together, but not the birds. They know where to eat, they know where to stay, so they don't fight with each other. But together, they make best use of the habitat they live in. That is the message. We worked with this man, Martin Vijay Singh. He was a forest guard. He retired, and today he runs this ecotourism venture. The building on your left-hand side, right-hand side corner is our education center. He built it for us because we worked together on this education program for many years. Sri Lanka has been going through a lot of problems. 30 years we had an issue which sometimes people call all kinds of names, but we said it was a disagreement. Now we have settled it totally. In 2009, we settled it. But we have a lot of people who have to be reconciled. So that's why we use nature as the means for reconciliation. Nature is one of the best. But this reconciliation is between communities, the Tamil people and the Sinhala people. Within communities, the Tamils have to reconcile within them, the Sinhalese have to reconcile within them, and more than that, we have to reconcile individuals. They have been going through a lot of stress and very unwanted situations. They marry nature because it is therapeutic and tranquil. It does not discriminate. It's all time giving. It does not demand. It forgives and repairs. It's loving and caring. And in this program, we do meditation, we have field lectures, observations, and explanation. We make them collect data, make them write reports, communication and receiving awards. We build in the participants what we think is what is needed to make a good society. Self-esteem, discipline, and effectiveness through this meditation that we did, in the note-taking that they have done, and insight to dedication and sharing by working together, valuing unity by working together and enjoying together, and also by appreciating nature, because it is here that the solutions are. And make them appreciate and value the indigenous knowledge, develop science through which the whole world is living today, and we get them to appreciate every other person whom we call stakeholders, and finally they get an achievement that they have done something. We also have done this for many other parts. In many schools from the north, from Mana to Jaffna, you can see the numbers. And island-wide, we have done this with the teachers and with many, many schools. So Sri Lanka is truly a land like no other. For us, nature is not just the beauty, it is not just what is around us, it is something that can be made use for making society better. We have been working to make them look after nature, but we want not only just looking after nature, we want them to use nature to look after oneself. So it is a spiritual, tranquil and enchanting place, and the cradle of nature for culture. Do visit Sri Lanka and our program. You are all welcome at any time. This is the best we can do for you. So, Teruvan Saranai, Vasanavan, good luck.